90 minutes worth of business, and the Dow's up 30, NASDAQ is up 47 points, I believe, and the S&P's on the upside too. Formerly Super Bowl, Michael Lee joins us. All right, Mike, you know I read your stuff. You're saying that the Fed needs to pivot on inflation to fix the economy. What do you mean by pivot? If they don't tighten, inflation rages and the economy gets worse, doesn't it?
So what I'm saying is until the market anticipates that Fed pivot, I think stock prices are going to have a very difficult time. So the Fed is going to pivot. They're going to go from tightening to neutral to accommodative.
What makes you say that? What makes you say that? Why do you think they're going to pivot?
This could be a year. This could be 2 years from now. Once inflation is under control, and we're seeing very clearly from Target that supply chains are easing up and demand is falling off a cliff. So at some point, inflation is going to be under control, and once the Fed pivots, then stocks will take off again. I think until then, price to earnings multiples are going to be compressed, and unless you're investing in things like energy, you're in for a very difficult time in stocks, especially across technology. No matter how well some of these technology stocks do, when your price to earning multiple compress based on liquidity coming out of the market, it's very difficult for your stock to perform, and I don't think we're going to see new highs until sometime after that Fed pivot, if that makes sense.
But the Fed pivot to you is a long way away. So a year or 2 years?
Well, we'll see. So that's the million-dollar question, if you will. Is it later this year that the market starts seeing the Fed? They're not going to raise as many times as previously thought, or is that going to happen at some point in next year? And a lot of that comes down to how quickly the economy slows. Does the employment situation fall apart? And most importantly, how does inflation looking on a month-over-month basis? And at this point, on an annual basis, because we have significantly higher base effects.
I mean, what we're seeing on the inflation front is truly frightening. A spiral for energy costs, both gasoline, diesel, and nat gas, which is probably more troubling than anything else. When do you think this inflation spiral might be brought under control? You think it's soon?
Well, I hope it's soon. If it isn't, the Fed is going to crush this economy because, look, you've got two ways of solving inflation. You can either create more supply or you can crush demand. I don't see it seems like supply is easing up in certain places, but not enough, not a meaningful amount, especially in the energy stratosphere. Really? So the Fed is going to go out there and crush demand because, look, inflation is not only bad for markets and economies, it tears societies apart. And so what would you rather have, a banana republic or a recession? I choose recession 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, me too, actually. All right, Mike Lee, thanks a lot. We'll see you again soon.
All right. Thanks, Stuart.
We're looking at the movers, and I'm